So take us through the spin move, because that was probably the craziest part about that return.
Yeah, man, it's just like, man, I always do it, bro, when I ain't got nowhere to go and I'm in trouble. So I know I can just get them going one way, then just spin back the other way. Ain't got nowhere to go. Something nobody ever seen before.
Could you take us through the first, when the ball went through, and when you went back to pick it up, just what was going through your mind at that point?
I really think about just going and get down, but when I seen all of them going to the left, I just knew I can just, bring the spin move out, something nobody ever seen before. Hopefully I can get them from the backside, and I just slid right through.
We remember when you came into this franchise, you had some excitement with touchdowns in the preseason, but first one in a regular season game. What does that moment mean?
Man, I just feel good, man. Just, I always go out there just to compete, man. Just happy to be here, man. Just doing for this franchise, man. Just happy to always blessed to be here.
When you think about your story, where does this moment fit in?
Man, just a long journey, but it still continues, man. It's a long marathon, but we still continue to go, man. Just one day at a time.
Did you feel the momentum swing in that moment when you were coming to the sideline, the celebration? Did you guys feel that at that point that it felt like the victory was about to happen?
Yeah, man, I thought I iced it, man. That was the whole thing, man. I thought the game was over, but, it never over to the Fat Lady Saints, man, until it hit 0-0, man. Just glad the way we came out there and compete today.
What
What
about
about
that finish?
one way? I mean, you went less than half your distance. I don't know if it should be worth the full 6 points like yours.
Nah, man, that's it. We count that. Say, man, we gotta get one in the bag. So we close to 10. So I guess we got 7 right now. So I'm glad he did it because we needed one more in the bag.
How does this feel for this locker room to finally get off the losing streak, to win a football game, to do it here on the road? What does this feel like for you?
Man, it feel good, man. I feel like we're gonna give us some confidence going into next week. Thursday game. Hope we can get 2 in a row, man. Just continue to build off that.
What did it mean to you to supply that kind of moment to help end this losing streak for this whole team?
Man, I just feel like, man, just me personally, bro, I needed that. My last contract year, man, I just feel like, man, it was good for me to have that, especially in special teams, man. It's just wonderful.
Did it feel like there was just some weird special teams mojo in general today? The missed kicks, the blocked punts?
Yeah, man, it was going all around, man. They were trying me, trying to get me to, come up with the punt return. I mean, the kickoff return. They were trying me with different kicks, man. God bless me with that moment, and I'm cheers to this end.
As you were kind of going through and running through, when did you know that you were going to score, and what was going through your mind when you were in the home stretch of that?
Yeah, I just knew, man. Once I hit the spin move and I got through clear, and now he wasn't gonna tackle me, so shoot, it was going to the crib, man. And one year got the last block for him. I'm just happy he got that for me.
How much of those? I read something, and this is what I'm gonna do.
Now, like I said, man, I just always do it when I ain't got nowhere to go. When they got me both sides and I ain't got to go middle, so I just just bring out something that people never seen before. I always do. I've been doing it since I was little, so I'm just glad I got a chance to put that on film.
19 total points through the first 3 quarters and then 41 in that fourth. Can you ever remember a quarter quite as insane as that?
Man, it was the same, man. I'm just glad my guy got the play calling right. We just went out there and executed every play, man. It was a great play calling on offense, defense, and special team. Man, I'm just glad we got out there and just got the win. But I knew that when I was going left and I seen all of them react left, and I just stopped on the dime, just hopefully just react thing, but something that nobody ever seen before. And I always do it when I'm in trouble and I ain't got nowhere to go, when they got me pinned down. So that's when I try to bring it up, just trying to get them to go different ways, and hopefully it worked that time.
Where were you thinking when you started slow before you
I really just trying to see what angles they were taking on me. So that's why every time I take my time on the kickout return, I really just try to see which way they gonna go first. I just try to make my choices there right there.
On the onside, when you saw Wanye, was it like go or was it go down?
I'm happy Wanye did it, man, because they probably his only time ever gonna be in the chance to score it again. So hopefully guys want them to go down, but I'm glad he got it, man. That probably his only time get one. So I'm happy he got a touchdown, man. The defensive guy.
What is it about sometimes when a returner bobbles it seems like they gain an advantage if you can recover it?
Yeah, if you can recover right now, guys be running free. So it basically just, once you muff it, if you can make the first wave miss, you scot free. Just like I did when the guys was free, and once you make them guys, make a different decision, you get through that shoot, you pretty much house call.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
How are you feeling after that win? Finally, the losing streak is over. For the first time since early October, we can say it loud. The Cowboys won. And not just any win, this was a wild 30-26 upset over the Washington Commanders. This game wasn't just football, it was chaos in the best way possible. We saw everything: turnovers, blocked kicks, a kickoff return touchdown that looked like it sealed the deal, and then a miracle touchdown with a missed extra point. Honestly, it was one of the craziest games I've ever seen. At times, it felt like neither team wanted to win, mistakes everywhere. But here's the thing, you can't deny how hard our Cowboys fought today. The defense, led by Mike Zimmer, was relentless, and that effort paid off in a way none of us expected. It wasn't pretty, but it worked. So, what do you think? Was this the most shocking win of the season for us? Hit the comments and let me know your thoughts. I also have a question for you. Do you think this victory was a fluke, or are we finally seeing the spark we've been waiting for? Vote in the poll we've set up for you. Oh, and before I forget, if you're as excited as I am about breaking that losing streak, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our post-game breakdowns. Your support means everything to us, and we're on a mission to hit 12,000 subscribers. Let's make it happen together. But this is just the beginning of the story. How did this chaotic game unfold, and what exactly went wrong for Washington? Let's break it down. Alright, let's dig deeper, my friend. This game wasn't just about what the Cowboys did right, it was also about what the Commanders did very, very wrong. Washington came into this game as heavy favorites, but they crumbled under their own mistakes. Honestly, it felt like they were trying to hand us this win. First, let's talk about their offense. Up until the final 3 minutes, it was almost unrecognizable. Turnovers, missed opportunities, and a lack of rhythm plagued them all game long. This is a team known for its explosive plays, but for 98% of the game, they were completely out of sync. The turning point, that bizarre interception by Chauncey Golston. Defensive linemen don't usually get their hands on passes like that, but Golston made it count. It was the spark that shifted momentum in our favor. But Washington's downfall didn't stop there. Their special teams were, honestly, a disaster. Kicker Austin Seibert, fresh off an injury, missed 2 extra points and a 51-yard field goal early in the game. Those misses kept the door open for Dallas to take control. And let's not forget the huge mistake they made late in the game. Instead of kicking the ball out of the end zone, they decided to kick to Kevin Turpin. Big mistake. Turpin's return was nothing short of electrifying. For a moment, it felt like he had just sealed the win for us. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Turpin's kickoff return was the highlight of the game, or do you have another play in mind that stood out even more? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to vote in our poll about the game's MVP. Before we move on, a quick reminder, if you're loving this breakdown, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. We're getting closer to our 12,000 subscriber goal, and with your help, we'll get there in no time. So Washington's mistakes gave us the edge, but let's not forget the Cowboys had their own ups and downs. Let's dive into who stood out for Dallas and who might have held us back. Alright, now let's talk about our Cowboys. Sure, Washington made their fair share of mistakes, but we had some standout moments that deserve recognition. That said, not everything was perfect. Let's break it down. First, let's give credit where it's due, the defense. Mike Zimmer's squad showed up big time. Players like Chauncey Golston didn't just step up, they made game-changing plays, and even though they faltered on that 86-yard miracle touchdown from Washington, they held their ground when it mattered most. That effort kept us in the game and, ultimately, helped secure the win. On offense, Cooper Rush had his moments. He's not Dak Prescott, and we all know he's not built to lead a playoff run, but today he showed some improvement. He made some critical throws and kept the chains moving when we needed it. Still, let's be honest, there's room for improvement, and he's not going to carry us much further. And then there's the coaching. Mike McCarthy often gets a lot of heat, but today, his decisions didn't hurt us. Does that mean he deserves credit? That's up for debate. What do you think? Was this win more about the players or the coaching staff? Drop your thoughts in the comments, let's settle this, but let's not ignore the negatives. That 86-yard touchdown from the Commanders exposed some serious flaws in our secondary. If we're going to stay competitive, those mistakes need to be cleaned up. What do you think is our biggest weakness right now? Let me know in the comments below. Before we move on, a quick shout out. If you're enjoying this breakdown, hit that subscribe button and join the conversation. Your support keeps this channel growing, and together, we're building the best Cowboys fan community online. So we've celebrated the highs and acknowledged the lows, but what does this win actually mean for the big picture? Let's dive into that next. Alright, we got the win finally. But what does it really mean for us as Cowboys fans? Let's step back and look at the bigger picture. Before this game, it felt like the season was already over. 5 straight losses, the team looking lost on both sides of the ball. It seemed like we were heading for a miserable 3-14 finish. But now, with this win, there's a glimmer of hope. Not playoff hope, let's be realistic, but hope that we can at least fight to stay competitive for the rest of the season. Next up, we're facing the struggling Giants on Thanksgiving. With today's momentum, the game feels like a golden opportunity to pick up another win. But here's the question, is it better to keep fighting for these wins, or should we embrace a rebuild and focus on securing a top 5 draft pick? That's the big debate right now. I want to hear from you. What do you think is the right move for the Cowboys? Do we push for as many wins as possible, or should we take a step back and prioritize the future? Drop your opinion in the comments and let's discuss. Now, let's talk about the defense. If we continue playing with the chip on our shoulder like we saw today, we might make life difficult for some of the better teams. That's exciting, but can it last? That's the question on everyone's mind. And before we move on, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. We're building something special here with the Cowboys Nation community, and you can help us hit our goal of 12,000 subscribers. Let's keep this momentum going just like the team. So here we are. A wild, unforgettable win that finally broke the losing streak. As Cowboys fans, we've been through a roller coaster this season, and this game was no different. But what comes next? This Thanksgiving, we're up against the Giants, a team that's been struggling even more than we have. On paper, this should be a win, especially with the momentum we're carrying from this game. But as we've seen, nothing comes easy for the Cowboys. If the defense can stay sharp and the offense can avoid critical mistakes, we might just put together back-to-back wins. But let's keep it real. One win doesn't erase the issues we've faced all season. Cooper Rush isn't going to magically transform into a franchise quarterback, and our secondary still has holes that need patching. This season might not be about making the playoffs, but it's a chance to build a foundation for the future. Here's a question. For you, what do you think we should focus on moving forward, developing our younger players or fighting for every win, no matter what? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And before we wrap this up, if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. We're so close to 12,000 subscribers, and your support helps us grow this amazing Cowboys Nation community. Together, we can celebrate the highs, survive the lows, and talk all things Dallas Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in. Now, let's get ready for Thanksgiving football. Go Cowboys!